Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you like what you see, and if so, be part of this journey with us by hitting that subscription button, and to keep up with the videos, hitting the bell notification for new uploads. I want to thank every single one of you for your comments, for your suggestions and your opinions. Thank you so much. I also would like to mention that a few days ago I created a crochet group. I find that there's too many hackers and too many fake people on crochet groups stealing people's identities. So people, if you're in crochet groups, you gotta be extremely careful which crochet groups you're in. I removed myself from quite a bit, a few of them. And some of them are quite rude, to be honest, especially administration, quite terribly rude. So I removed myself from that too and decided to create my own so I can be at peace and create a nice, beautiful family in my crochet group, which I will be listing below and in the description box. All you have to do is click there and request to join. It will be a private group, so if you don't have a Facebook profile, you will not be approved because it's pre-approved by two moderators, Barbara Foote and Karen Young. So, with that being said, I welcome all of you with open arms, and thank you so much again. Please give a thumbs up on the video. It's important to have the video circulate. This is how it gets recognized, the channel. Also, for a lot of you that are from India, Indonesia, Philippines, creating my patterns, and you have not subscribed yet, because I know so for a fact, please do. It costs nothing. It's free. It's just click on subscription, and it helps the channel also. Also, right up top on the right hand corner, just 3 little buttons there. If you find my videos are too fast for you, you could always go there, click, and slow down the video to the speed you'd like. Right next to it, there should be the closed caption. Click it on, and everything I will say will be written down here. You can read, pause, take notes, and create the pattern. In case you don't have none of that up there, go into your settings on the video. Should be a button for settings on your tablet, your mobile phone, whatever you're using. And if you click there, and then you can go into settings, and there I will show you how to also say slow down the video. In the description box, I do have a link to a small little video, 2-minute video, showing you how it's done. You can click there, check it for 2 minutes, and then come back into the video. So today we're going to create this, it's a runner, but it's going to be for the hallway. This is a special order. I'm going to create the small piece, only with 4. Okay, this is a bigger one. It's 70 by 36 wide, and it goes all the way to the end. So it starts with 1, 2, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of 3, and then back into 2 and into 1. So I use 100% cotton thread, 4 ply. So I'll be having the baby yellow, multicolored yellow for the center, and white for the edge. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. I wanted to because it brings out a little bit of the white on the center here. So I did the single crochet. I also use hook number 3, a small one to tuck in loose ends, pair of scissors, and we're pretty much set to go. I also would like to mention that I created a PayPal account a couple of weeks ago to raise money for the women or men, but mostly women that come and reach out to me. They cannot afford to buy thread. So I ask of you to help donate whatever you'd like. It doesn't mean you have to donate, thousands or hundreds or millions. And if you'd like to, then go ahead too, But anything helps to get them to buy their thread, or unbind their thread, sending it out. Or if you have too much thread, yarn, whatever, and you'd like to send it to them, I'm more than happy to give you their address if you private message me, either on Instagram. All of these things are in my description box below the video. There's a little arrow that goes down right below the video, like a V shape. Just click there and you see all the information there. So the group will be there. The Facebook page will be there if you want to follow me on Facebook page. The Instagram will be there. TikTok will be there. PayPal account will be there. So you can help donate, or my email is there too. You can reach out to me by email or message on Instagram, or go to the Facebook, message me there. So it's up to you. As far as the Facebook, it's the same picture as I have on here on YouTube. The name stays the same. Crochet Art Tutorials by Maggie Globe is still the same. So you could even look me up. If you don't want to click on the link there, it's up to you. And so we're going to get started, people. Okay, so very simple to create this beautiful runner, and you can go as big as you could even do a tablecloth with it, people, a nice square tablecloth, or just one big square for your center, instead of using the edge if you don't want to. You can go the length you like, the wideness you like, just by keep adding on. So you're always adding into twos, except for the edge here. If you realize the edge, in order to cut down 2 and 1, I have 1, 1, and then the 2 here. And then the same thing, 1 and 1. And then the last one, only in 2 space. You cannot put it into 2 because then you would be pulling it up like that, okay? Okay, let's get started, everyone. Thank you. So what I started to do was the middle piece for the pattern, since I'm using, you could use one color only, don't get me wrong. But it makes it faster when you build up, if you know how many. You can place it and see how many you'd like. You can get a head start on building these ones, because then the other ones, it's just easy to add the colors on. So I'm going to show you how to do this one, which is very, very simple, nothing to it. So the first thing you want to do is the slip stitch knot. Simple. And chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Come into the first one and close it in with slip stitch. 1, 2, and 3. Chain. Inside of this little circle here, we're going to create 15 more double crochet. With the chain we went up, it would equal a double crochet. So we'll have a total of 16 double crochets. Okay, so continue yours, 16 double crochets, including with chain 3. And then we're going to close on the third chain with a slip stitch. So now once we've done the 16, we come into the third chain here. Make sure you grab both loops. You don't want to just grab one loop, or else it's going to pull too much. Okay, I'm going to go up 1, 2, and 3 chain. So we're right on top of this, the first 3 chain that we started. We're going to skip the one right next to it and go into the next one. Okay, 1, 2 chain for me, 3 for some of you. If your stitch is too tight, skip one into the next one with a single. 1, 2 chain for me, skip one into the next one with a single. So we're creating loops, and we're gonna have a total of 8 loops altogether. Okay, so we have these little loops. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so I've come to the last one, which is the first one we started, and I slip stitch in it, and I've cut my thread, and I'm just going to tuck it in just through some of the loops here, because the next row is going to cover this thread up with the double crochet, so I'm not too worried about it now. So now I'm coming in with the light yellow. So I've been requested to make another blouse with a V-stitch also, V-neck, but different stitch. So I'm working on that. It's going to be similar to the last blouses I've created, one piece only back and front, just different stitch. So you might want to stay tuned for that. Okay, so come into the first loop with this single, chain 2, another double crochet. So that would be considered a double crochet. So I'm doing another double crochet inside, 2 chain separation, and 2 more double crochets inside of the same loop. So we're going to have 2 groups of 2 double crochet in the same group. Coming into the next one, I'm trying to hide my thread at the same time and creating the same thing on the next loop. So 2 double crochets, 2 chain separation, and 2 more double crochets on the same space. Into the next loop, the same thing. So we're going to have 2 groups of 2 double crochet, 2 chain separation, and on the same space 2 double crochet. We're going to do this 8 times, so you're going to have 8 groups of 2 double crochet with 2 chain separation between them all the way around, and then we're going to close on the 3rd space with a slip stitch. I'll meet you at the end. So I've come to the end, and I've come into the 3rd chain that we started off with the 3 chains going up. And now you're supposed to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 loops of these 2 chains that we did with the double crochets. I'm going to do the walk, so I'm going to give it a nice little stretch to the center of the first loop with a single. I'm not going to tie it up too much because we need that space. Now inside of here we're going to do, so single, 2 chain, that's equal to a double crochet, and 7 more double crochets. So we're going to have a total of 8 double crochets in here. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 double crochets. I'm going to come directly in the center between the 4 double crochets here, right in the middle, with a single. Into the next loop and do your 8 double crochets again. And it's going to be a repeat pattern like this all the way around, the same way. And then you can cut your thread because it's the first flower. So the next flowers we're just going to keep adding on to this first one. So we don't need to have the thread, we need to cut it. 2, 4, 6, 7, and 8. So we're creating the petals, and in the middle of the double crochets here, a single, and coming and doing the 8 double crochets on the loop again, all in the same space. Now you got to make sure that you have these 8 loops or you're going to get stuck at the end. It will match up in order to add your flowers. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. So I pretty much finished my 8th petal. I'm coming into the 3rd chain here, slip stitch, cut your thread. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I like to use the smaller hook to pass my thread through the back here. And I'm coming into these little loops back here and hide my thread at the same time. And cut the excess off. So you have your first flower and going on to the next one. So I've built my other flower, and on my last row I did 4 double crochets only because we are going to add, so back with back, you're going to count 1, 2, 3 on the 4th one, single, and then continue to do your other 4 double crochets, because remember when we have 8 double crochet. So we're attaching directly in the center. So where we have double crochets, the single, and then 4 double crochets again, so we can attach the flower with flower. So we have our 4 double crochets, back with back. I'm going to count again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and on the 4th, I'm going to do a single. Come back to your space again, same space, and create your 4 double crochets. I think I did it backwards. Yes, I did. Grab the wrong one. Don't you just love that? Now, it could have been very easy for me to just add it and not show you, but there's no point. Mistakes are humanly to do, so just go back, take it out. So make sure you check yours. I mean, if I can make a mistake, so can you. Okay, so then single, and then we create the 8 double crochets, because now at this point we're only adding these 2 flowers in, like that. And then we finish and cut our thread, and I'll come back to you on the next one. Just try to get a little bit of lighting here. So lighting is anyway. So I've done. Let me try it here this way. Maybe this will help. Oh, I think it did. So I did my 2nd or 3rd flower, I should say. Did my 4 double crochets. Now, because this is going to be a smaller one, I'm using only 4 flowers and then 1 on each end. So obviously, we're going to use only 1 petal on this one. Okay, so I'm going to grab the petal that's close to the edge here, back with back. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, and 4. Back to the same space. Finish creating your 4 double crochets. Just like that. Into the middle of the 4 double crochets, into the next loop, create 4 double crochets, so we can do the attachment. Okay, now I'm going to attach the other petal on here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Come back. So we attach it with a single. Come back to the same space. Create our 4 double crochets. And into the next space with a single. And then again into the space here with the 8 double crochets. And you're going to do this to complete the flower all the way around, and then you can cut your thread again. So very simple, nothing to it. And of course my hands are stretched out, so it keeps slipping out of the hook. It's the way it is when you record. 2, 4, 6, 7, and 8. And again, repeat the same thing. So, and then you continue to add on from here on. Now, of course, if you're making the big one with 3, then you would add the 2 petals here into the next flower, right? If you want to make it wide, larger. If not, you're just going to add the other 2 here, and then, like this one is a very small one, the other flower at the edge over here, like this one here. Okay, so in order for us to do this one, we have to do the same way once we added the other 2 flowers here. I'm going to finish mine and come back to you on it. Okay, so now a little bit more light. We're going to turn it. I don't want too much lighting because the yellow tends to white it out like the white. So now we're going to add on these 2 because we're making length now, these 2 and on these 2. So I'll grab the second one here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Back into the same space. 3, 4 double crochets, single on the next space between the double crochets here. Create 4 more double crochets. 2, 3, and 4. Come back into the next paddle. 1, 2, 3, and 4th space. Come back, complete your paddle, 4 double crochets, next space in between the double crochets, and create your 4 double crochets again because we're going to add onto the next flower now. So we have 4. Or not add, sorry. We're just going to continue, and then the next flower we're going to add it on. So continue to finish your flower, and then I'll come back to you on the next one. Okay, so now we're going to add on these 2 and those 2. I would come here on the second one. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Come back into your paddle and finish your 4 double crochets. In between the double crochet with the single, and 4 double crochets to create the next paddle. And then coming into the back to back next paddle, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Single, complete your paddle. Three and 4. Single. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, we've added these 2 on here already. We're going to add now onto these 2. So back to back, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Come back and finish your paddle, so 4 double crochets. Single. And 4 more double crochets to start the next paddle. Come back for the attachment back to back, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and complete the rest of the paddle. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Single, and now we're going to do the 8 double crochets to finish off the rest of the flower. And 8, and then single. So, And then we just need one more here, unless you're going bigger, of course, then you would add on the sides and continue on. So I'm going to finish this one and do my last one. Okay, so we're on to our last one. So we're going to do the same thing like we did here. We're going to attach it on here and on here. And we're pretty much done with the flowering, and then just single crochet all the way around. 1, 2, 3, 4. And complete your paddle with 4 double crochets. Single, and start the next paddle with 4 double crochets. Now we're going to add onto this one here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So very simple and makes a beautiful pattern. And this you could use whatever colors you want. You could use it on a bedroom, dining room, living room, whatever area. And we're going to continue to complete the flower. So I'm going to do mine and then come back to you and show you the edge. Oops. Eight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Single. And this is what it looks like. So I'm going to finish mine and then come back and do the edge with you. Okay, so now I have the white. Let me see if I can get a little bit more light. Oh, too much lighting, not good. Okay, so I have the white now. You can pretty much grab anywhere, but I'm going to grab it here. So I'm going to grab it right in here, right in the middle where we did the attachment between flowers with a single. Try to hide my thread at the same time. Coming into next space, single, next space, single, and again. Where we have the single, coming with a single, and I'm going to start counting where I have the double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chain 2, come inside of the single here of the 4th, and single. So we're doing picot. 1, 2, 3, and 4, right where we have the single with a single. Now we're going to count again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chain 2, single with picot, next space, 2, 3, and 4. So continue to do that until we get here. Okay, you guys, so as you can see, I'm just reaching where the other flower is. Let's see if I can cut a bit of lighting here. And we're going to go directly. So once you've done your singles here, so I have 1. Okay, so I did the last one. Instead of going into the middle here, I'm coming directly into the middle here where we have attached the flowers together. So 2, 3, and 4. Where we have the single, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we're going to do chain 2 for peacock, single, and next space, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then we have the single with the single. So that's all you have to do. There's nothing to it. You're just going to jump from one edge, one flower to the next. And your peacocks are only at the edges of the flowers. Okay. Now with this one, just want to show you because this is just a repeat. Like I mentioned to you before, turn away this lighting. So same attachment as we did on the small one, and no different one attachment because you're going wider. So 1, 1, 2, and 1. Then you just continue to attach 2s by 2s all the way to the length you'd like. And this does it for this tutorial, people. So I hope you liked it, and I will see you on the next one. I will have the reveal shots at the end. So thank you so much, everybody. Until next time, take care.